Hello, this is Brian Laufer, Vice President of Operations at Aspire Technologies, the developers of QuoteWerks sales quoting software. Today, I am going to demonstrate how using the QuoteWerks Etilize Content Subscription will enable you to create content-rich quotes and proposals to close more sales. Etilize provides companies like D&H, Ingram Micro, Buy.com, and now you with product content. Using the Etilize subscription, you will no longer need to import your distributor product databases if you purchase from D&H, Ingram Micro, Synnex, or Tech Data in the US, or D&H or Ingram Micro in Canada. Whether you purchase from those distributors or not, you will still be able to leverage the powerful product content for customer-friendly descriptions, product pictures, and in-depth product summaries with marketing and feature descriptions on your quotes. As most of you know, besides the price of an item on the quote, the most important information to the client is the description. And most of the distributors currently provide you with a cryptic description at best that makes sense to you, but not necessarily to your customer. So let's kind of give you an example of that. So I'm going to go ahead and use Digitech as my example. They're one of the distributors that we provide real-time pricing and availability with. And I'm just going to do a search for a DAT tape here. Click on Find, and I'm going to go ahead and add that item to my quote. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a search within Etilize for that same item. And you can see it's coming up pretty quickly here. And I'm going to go ahead and retrieve real-time pricing availability. And I'll go ahead and source it, I guess, from Synnex here, and I can go ahead and add that to my quote. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make it so it's easy to understand what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and add a comment here. So this is going to be our distributor. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see, insert a comment line there. And this will be the Etilize. Okay, so at this point I've got two items in my quote. And I've also got two comment lines. So when I go to print this and preview it, you'll see our distributor part description right here, and then right below that you'll see the Etilize item. You can see right from here, the fact that it easily brought in the picture, the marketing description, as well as a little bit more of a one-line description that'll make sense to the customer. All right. So let's have take a closer look at our innovative on-screen compare functionality that you kind of saw there. And if I click on the products button again, I'll go over to Etilize here. And I'm just going to do a search for like a Linksys, let's see, BEF 4-port router. Do a search. And there we go. So you kind of saw this briefly a moment ago, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on the lightning bolt here. And what that is doing is it's retrieving real-time pricing and availability from my distributors. And in this case, the only thing that I have done thus far to make this work is I've entered into QuoteWerks my username and password for each of these 4 distributors. And as you can see, I've selected Ingram Micro as my distributor. I can see on the right-hand side that there are over 1,000 of these in stock. And if I look down below under availability, you'll see that some of them are on order with their expected delivery dates, along with what's available in each of the warehouses. Also, you'll notice that Synnex is grayed out, and that's because Synnex actually does not carry this router. And you'll see with Tech Data, they also have it in stock with their price. But I can see in green here that D&H actually has the lowest price. So I can select that, and we do see that it's in stock. So I can either click on the Select Add button, or I can just double-click on it and add it to my quote. So just like that, I was able to find my item and add it pretty quickly there. The other thing I want to make sure that you see is the fact that, just because we have those distributors here on the right-hand side doesn't mean that those are the only distributors that you can source the items from. So, for instance, with this DAT tape, like we did earlier, working from Digitech in that example, what I can do is I can actually just right-click on this item, do compare, select which distributors I want to compare against. You'll notice some of them are real-time only. And I can click on OK. And what that's going to do is it's going to go out, it's going to get the real-time pricing and availability for those virtual distributors, as well as the fact that I see now I've got my Digitech right here. If I want to, I can get my real-time price and availability for Digitech. I'll notice that it's the lower price. I can go ahead and select that and add it to my document. And just like that, I originally sourced the item from Etilize, but got the real-time product pricing information from Digitech itself. So as you can see, it was added here to